Chapter 5. Shadows Stir. Opening scene, Sai reawakens. The insistent buzzing of his alarm clock dragged Sai from a restless sleep. 18:30 p.m. Time to prepare for another night at the Crimson Cat. He rose, the muscles in his body protesting the constant late nights and the lingering tension from his encounter with Cell Lisa. He walked towards the bathroom, the cool tiles a welcome contrast to the warmth of his bed. As the hot water cascaded over him, washing away the remnants of sleep, his mind raced. Cell Lisa's unexpected visit, the recurring nightmares of his past, the monotony of his current life, all intertwined, creating a knot of anxiety in his chest. Sai thinking,
This can't go on. I'm living a lie, pretending to be someone I'm not. But who am I anymore? The soldier? The spy? The bouncer?
He stepped out of the shower, the steam swirling around him like the uncertainty that clouded his future. He dressed in his usual black suit, the familiar weight both comforting and suffocating. He stood before the mirror, staring at his reflection. Sai thinking,
Black Phantom, a ghost of a man, haunting the shadows of a city that never sleeps.
He closed his eyes, taking a deep breath. He needed to clear his mind, to find a center in the chaos. He began to meditate, focusing on his breathing, letting the worries of the day melt away. Scene shift, the Crimson Cat. The Crimson Cat pulsed with life, the music a throbbing heartbeat, the laughter a brittle facade. Sai moved through the crowd, his eyes scanning for trouble. At 22:30 p.m., he spotted her, Lisa. She was a vision in a jet-black dress, her braided hair framing her face. She sat at the bar, her eyes searching the crowd until they met his. A flicker of recognition, a hint of a smile. Sai felt a stirring within him, a long dormant yearning for connection. He quickly suppressed it, reminding himself of his past, his burdens. As the night wore on, the usual cast of characters paraded through the club. Wannabe gangsters, desperate souls seeking escape, and the occasional lost lamb straying too far from the fold. Sai dealt with each disturbance swiftly and efficiently, his movements a blur of controlled violence. Around 2 a.m., an employee approached Sai. Employee, Sai, the boss wants to see you upstairs. Scene shift, the club owner's office. The club owner, the portly man with a jovial demeanor that masked a shrewd mind, greeted Sai with a warm smile. Club owner.
Sai, my boy, come in, come in. Have a seat.
Sai sat, his posture alert, his eyes wary.
I just wanted to express my sincere gratitude for your work. You've been an invaluable asset to the club. Your discretion and efficiency have not gone unnoticed.
Sai nodded, accepting the praise with a stoic expression.
And to show my appreciation,
He handed Sai a thick envelope.
a little something for your troubles.
Sai opened the envelope, revealing a stack of crisp bills, $5,000, a generous bonus.
Thank you, sir.
Don't mention it, my boy. And Sai,
Yes.
about that offer for head of security? No need to rush your decision, just something to consider.
Sai nodded again and left the office, the weight of the envelope, a tangible reminder of his current reality. He spotted Lisa still lingering at the bar. Their eyes met again, a silent conversation passing between them. He felt a pull towards her, a desire to break free from his solitude. But the shadows of his past held him back. He turned and headed towards the back exit. Scene shift, the ambush. The cool night air hit Sai as he exited the club. He headed towards his apartment, his senses on high alert. He had a feeling he wasn't alone. A sixth sense, honed from years of living on the edge, warned him of danger. He was right. 6 figures, masked and silent, emerged from the shadows, their movements predatory. Sai didn't break stride. Instead, he tapped into his unique ability, his body becoming fluid, almost invisible in the darkness. He vanished from their sight, leaving them confused and disoriented. The assailants, momentarily disorganized, fanned out, searching for their target. Sai reappeared behind them, a silent predator. The fight was a blur of fists and feet. Sai moved with a speed and precision that defied human limitations. He struck with brutal efficiency, each blow calculated to incapacitate. One assailant went down with a shattered knee, another with a crushed windpipe. A third attacker lunged with a knife, only to find his wrist broken, the blade clattering to the ground. Sai, a whirlwind of destruction, dispatched the remaining attackers with a series of devastating strikes. Within moments, it was over. 6 bodies lay scattered on the ground, groaning and in severe pain. Sai quickly searched them but found no identification, no clues to their identity or affiliation. He removed their masks, revealing 4 unfamiliar faces, but the last 2, he recognized them. The thugs from the Crimson Cat. Sai thinking.
This isn't random. Someone sent them. But who and why?
He felt a surge of adrenaline, the thrill of the hunt awakening within him. He was back in his element, the shadows his domain, the danger his playground. He had a feeling this was just the beginning. The shadows were stirring and he was caught in the crossfire. Chapter 5, Shadows Stir, Part 2. Opening scene, the revelation. Sai, his adrenaline still surging, brushed the dust from his suit. He dealt with the 6 masked assailants, but a nagging sense of unease lingered. He scanned the alley, his senses hyper-alert. As he neared his apartment building, a shadow detached itself from the darkness. Before Sai could react, a figure launched a furious attack. He instinctively parried the blows, surprised by the ferocity and skill of his new opponent. The fight was brief but intense, a whirlwind of punches, kicks, and grappling maneuvers. Sai, drawing on his years of training, managed to gain the upper hand, pinning the attacker against the brick wall. He ripped off the mask, revealing a face that shocked him to his core.
Lisa?
She gasped for breath, her eyes wide with a mixture of pain and admiration. Lisa.
You're even better than the stories I've heard.
Sai stared at her, his mind reeling.
Who are you, really?
Release me, and I'll tell you everything.
He hesitated, his instincts screaming at him to be cautious. But something in her eyes, a desperate plea for understanding, convinced him. He loosened his grip.
Please, can we talk somewhere private?
Sai, still wary, led her to his apartment. Scene shift, Sai's apartment. The tension in the small apartment was palpable. Sai and Lisa sat facing each other, the silence broken only by the hum of the refrigerator.
I owe you an apology and an explanation. My name isn't Lisa, it's Arwa. I'm 27 years old, and I'm from Egypt.
Sai remained silent, waiting for her to continue.
I've been following you, Sai, for a long time. I've heard stories about your exploits, about your time with the Go Hard or Die forces. I was fascinated. I had to meet you.
Sai raised an eyebrow.
So, you orchestrated the attack at the club and the ambush tonight.
Yes, I needed to see your skills for myself. I needed to know if the legends were true. I'm so sorry, Sai. I never meant to hurt you.
She sank to her knees, her voice choked with emotion.
Please forgive me.
Sai watched her, his expression unreadable. He reached out, gently lifting her to her feet.
Why, Arwa? Why did you pick me?
Because I need your help. I need your protection.
She looked into his eyes, her expression pleading.
I was an agent for a special forces unit called Foxhound. I was recruited when I was just 7 years old by their leader, Big Boss. He found me hiding in the rubble of my village after it was attacked. He said I had potential, that I was a pretense octopus. He said I had a knack for blending in, for manipulating situations to my advantage.
Sai's interest was piqued. Foxhound. He'd heard whispers of this organization, a shadowy group with a reputation for ruthlessness and efficiency.
So, what were you doing here in Harlem?
She paused, her gaze fixed on Sai.
I heard about you, Sai, about your skills, your sense of justice. I knew you were the only one I could turn to. I left Foxhound. They were compromised. Double agents, working for our enemies. I couldn't trust anyone. I had to disappear.
She stepped closer, her voice barely a whisper.
I want to be your ally, Sai. I want to fight alongside you. I want to help you.
Sai searched her eyes, looking for any hint of deception. He found none, only fear, desperation, and a flicker of hope. He felt a connection to her, a shared understanding of the darkness that lurked in the world. He saw a kindred spirit, a fellow warrior who had been betrayed and abandoned. He cupped her face in his hands, his thumbs gently wiping away her tears. He leaned in, their lips meeting in a tender kiss. In that moment, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, a spark of hope ignited. He wasn't alone anymore. He had an ally, a partner, someone to share the burden. They embraced, the warmth of their bodies a refuge from the cold reality that awaited them. But for now, in the quiet intimacy of his apartment, they found solace in each other's arms. Sai, thinking.
Arwa, pretense octopus, a woman of secrets, a warrior in her own right. Can I truly trust her? Only time will tell. But for now, I welcome the alliance. I welcome the companionship. I welcome the hope.
The shadows would return, the fight would continue, but they would face it together.